Today, I'm an OBGYN that is reviewing the OBGYN-founded Perelel vitamins. What do I think about them? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Jennifer Lincoln, board-certified OBGYN, author and educator. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is the health class you didn't have in high school. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and do that. Turn on the bell so you never miss an update. And if you are wondering, Dr. Jen, where have you been? I know, it's been a year. In addition to my doctor job, I also took on another job leading a nonprofit, and the ability to film videos was a little challenging. But I am back, I am excited, and in the meantime, do you know what exciting thing happened? I hit 1 million subscribers. I'm still waiting for my plaque that I can share with you, but I am thrilled to have you here. And we need to talk about this topic today because I have a lot to say. Now, I do a lot of product reviews, and you might say, Dr. Jen, why do you keep reviewing things and like you're always against them? That's not true. There's a lot of good stuff out there, but I need to call out the stuff that makes me cringe because you all ask me in my DMs, in my emails, you're like, what do you think about this? So today we're doing Perelel vitamins. And the reason we're reviewing this is because I kept getting served their ads. In fact, I'm still getting served their ads. If you are watching Friends from Perelel, please take my accounts off of your demographics because I just don't need anymore. Okay, so we are gonna walk through the website. We're gonna talk about what these vitamins are, who are the folks behind it, and what's the data? Do you need this stuff or not? Let's jump in. Okay, so when you Google Perelel vitamins, and I'm looking down at my computer here, here's what you see. It says, this is like the sponsored post, Perelel OBGYN-founded vitamins for your life stage. If you are not new here, you know that I have said over and over again, just because something is founded or promoted or endorsed by an OBGYN, somebody like me in a white coat, it doesn't mean anything. Because anybody can use their title to do anything, including myself, which is why you always check your sources. My point is that everybody gets paid, right? I'm sure that this OBGYN is making money. If not, why would she be doing this? So you can oftentimes find anybody to endorse something if you pay them enough. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but okay, so we're gonna get back to that whole OBGYN-founded thing, but let's peruse the site. Okay, so I'm on the main page now and it says vitamin packs made for your life stage. And you know what that means? That there's probably gonna be oodles of different versions for different life stages. Why? Because then you can sell more products. But anywho, if you click on the upper left and you see shop by stage, what are these stages? Let's see. There is planning for pregnancy, conception support pack, probiotics, libido support, baby making bundle, and then first trimester, second trimester. I can feel my blood pressure. It is rising. You can shop by need, such as fertility, which is such a good, makes a lot of money. Anywho, prenatal health, urinary support, postnatal health, menstrual and hormonal health, gut health and digest, a lot, okay? Okay. For fun, let's just take a quick peek to set the stage of what are we talking about? What's the average cost? My favorite. Let's click on shop by stage and then supporting my cycle. All right, so I'm seeing, a few different things that are ranging from 24 to over $50 a month. That's fun. Cool. And of course, the hormonal balance costs the most. Of course it does. When you click on pregnancy, you can see that they've got 3 different trimesters. Of course they do. Oh my God. And then there's an egg freeze support pack. My mind's gonna explode today. Oh, and of course, and the libido support, all of it. Okay. Alrighty. So let's talk about who is behind all this, because I think that helps to set the stage of what the story is about this company and what's going on. Here is our story. So it started in 2018 with 2 women who were in Los Angeles, Alex Taylor and Victoria Taingoya. I apologize if I'm not saying that correctly, who found themselves pregnant and frustrated with their prenatal vitamins. And the story about Victoria, she shares her story of how she was pregnant and then had a child with a cleft lip. This is what an example of a cleft lip is here. Now, she says she was really confused and really upset because she thought she had done everything right in her pregnancy. And in working with her OBGYN, who's Dr. Bayati, who's the listed co-founder of this, who is the OBGYN-founded, they figured out that she had something called the MTHFR variant. And she attributes her child's cleft lip to this and not having the kind of folic acid or folate that her body could absorb. And that led to this birth defect. I'll talk a little bit more about MTHFR to see if we're heading down the right path. And so she wanted to create a vitamin that had folic acid in it because, according to her research, she thought that her body would be able to use this form of folate better, which is a vitamin that's very important in the development of what we call the neural tube. So the spinal cord, the brain, anything kind of midline. And we do know that if you do not have the right amount of this vitamin, it can lead to something like a cleft lip or a cleft palate. I am not telling her how to understand what happened to her child, but to found a whole company based on this and subsequently tell pregnant people who may be trying to conceive and also dealing with infertility or recurrent pregnancy loss that this is the thing that you can do. And if you don't, your baby's going to have a cleft lip. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I don't think that's fair. Okay, we're going to get off that. So these two folks got together. They were like, we need to make vitamins for people because your bodies are complex and so your vitamins should be complex. I hate this narrative because now it makes us feel like we have to do something. But let's focus on Dr. Bayati, which was her OBGYN. Let's look at Dr. Bayati's website. Okay, so she's a practicing OBGYN. And boom, it took about 10 seconds to see at the header. Over there, you see that? Supplements? That is such a huge red flag. Let's click on it and let's see what the good doctor is selling. Click below the link to purchase the supplements. Okay, before we even click the link, here's the thing. It is unethical to be selling supplements directly to your patients. In fact, in some places it's illegal because of the kickbacks. The idea that you were taking a patient who walks into your office and you're telling them, you're diagnosing them with an issue and you're selling them a product that you directly make money off of. Do you see how that's a little creepy? Now you may think, well, Dr. Jen, we walk into your office and you prescribe us antibiotics or birth control or whatever. Of course we do, but we do not get paid. The pharmaceutical company does. We see none of that money. My point is that selling supplements directly to your patients is a really cloudy, gray, and in my opinion, unethical place to be. So let's click on it, Designs for Health. So it doesn't even take you to the Perelel thing. So she must have been in the supplement game long before then. I'm not 100% sure. Legal disclaimer. You shop and we ship supplements right to your doorstep. Collagen, nitric oxide test strips, GI stuff, inflammatone. It's a lot. And so I'm assuming she gets money off of selling these, even if she didn't. Let's just say she's like, I just love them so much. That's still a red flag because an OBGYN is not an expert in supplements. We're not dietitians or nutritionists or registered dietitians, and I apologize, I don't know all the nomenclature there, but I know that I'm not it. Okay? We're not done with the good Dr. Bayati. So let's see. Let's click now on services. I knew I'd find it. Look under menopause, what she offers. Vaginal rejuvenation with the Mona Lisa touch laser. Okay. I wish there was data to support this, but there is none. And I'm going to put in my show notes the article written by Dr. Jen Gunter, who is an OBGYN and an actual menopause expert, who will show you all the information about how this laser does not do anything evidence-based. In fact, it can cause harm. And so when you see a provider offering something like this in their office, we have derailed into sketchy town, and it's population 1, and it's this physician. So this is their OBGYN co-founder who we're supposed to trust, right? They use her name all over the place to make Perelel seem legit. I am already telling you, I've found 2 things already that make me go, this is not someone I would personally put in that category. And that's just my opinion. Let's move on to the other people who are involved with Perelel. We haven't even talked about the supplements yet, but we're getting there. So as we scroll down, we see they say women deserve better. I couldn't agree more. And then we scroll down to meet the Perelel panel. Oh, because credibility and credentials matter. Alrighty. Okay, so we have their medical advisor, Dr. Amber Samuel, who is an OBGYN and an MFM, a high-risk OBGYN, and she practices in Houston, Texas. And I'm bummed to see her on here because when I looked into her, she just got named to the board of directors for the Society of Maternal Fetal Medicine, which is a really great organization. And it looks like she's doing really great things. And she's a high-risk OB practicing in Texas, one of the saddest states to be an OBGYN in. So I'm a little sad that she's associated with this company, but that's just my personal opinion. The next person we're going to scroll down to is Dr. Sarah Orrick, reproductive psychiatry. I'm really sad to see her on this list too, because I follow her on social media and I think she makes some great reproductive psychiatry content, and I don't think we have enough of that. I'm just sad to see her here. I also think it's really sad because as a reproductive psychiatrist, she knows probably better than me the anguish and the distress that we as women and people who are trying to get pregnant or dealing with miscarriage or dealing with issues in our relationships, the anguish we feel like we have to do something, we have to fix something. It must be us. And if the answer is, here's this supplement, I'm on their team, you see my face, you must trust it. And when there's no evidence to support it, and it could cost a lot of money and delay actual care, I want more. So I'm sad. There's a few other people here. I'm not going to review all of them, but I think the one we do need to talk about is Shira Barlow, a registered dietitian with a private practice and author of Goops, the Food Therapist. Anytime you see somebody associated with Goop, you need to automatically know that this is not someone we want to be taking advice from. Dr. Jen Gunter has also done a fantastic job analyzing in multiple ways how Gwyneth Paltrow and her Goop company are so unevidence-based. I mean, remember the whole vaginal jade egg? They're just so bad. And they profit off of made-up stuff, woo-woo, out there with no data. So when I see that that's their dietitian, like, you might as well just not have one. I know, and if y'all are watching this and you're like, God, she sucks, I'm just saying it how it is, because I am really bummed out to keep seeing these products come out there and y'all keep making us feel like we need to buy something. So I have a lot of feelings. Oh wait, we're not done. We're not done. Let's check out their Perelel practitioner program. So now your doctor can get a commission on these supplements too. I need a shower. After this. All right, let's click on that. So here we go. The Perelel practitioner affiliate program. Hi there. We're Perelel, the first and only vitamin founded by an OBGYN. We're not even going to talk about it. Join the program and receive a complimentary sampling kit, educational materials, and an exclusive discount code. And it gets you 15% commission. That is so sketchy. Oh, I hate it so much. Okay, now let's dive into the products. If you are not totally, there's no way I can go through all of these. We would be here forever, but I'm going to go through the top few that really ticked me off. Okay, so let's talk about the prenatal packs by trimester. And yes, that means that they want you to take a different supplement pack in your first trimester, your second trimester, and your third trimester. Now, I don't know if I missed that day in medical school or OBGYN residency or my 11 years of practice where the needs changed so acutely that you needed a different supplement, but I guess I did, or maybe I didn't. So first of all, show me any good data that this amount of drastic changing is needed. I shall wait. Let's talk about the cost. These things are expensive. There was a great little spreadsheet that somebody sent me, which is like the top 151 prenatal vitamins. And you can see here that they rank 13th as the 13th most expensive vitamin out there, coming in at $58 a month. That is a lot of money for a vitamin. And if we're paying for that, we should be getting like gold, right? But we're not. Okay, let's look at the first trimester. Okay, so let's look at what is in the pack. So there's 5 pills. You want people to take 5 pills. Okay. In their first trimester when nausea can be terrible and you're asking them now to swallow 5 pills. You're so sweet. There is an anti-nausea medication in here, which you may not even need because not everybody has that. So now you might be taking something you don't need. That's an issue. And it's B6, which is nothing super sexy or fancy. And if you needed it, you could always purchase that separately for like pennies a pill. And ginger, fine. They've got that methylfolate. We talked about how these were supposed to be like a separate special kind of folate, folic acid based on that whole MTHFR thing. Probably won't hurt, but it's not FDA approved or recommended for counting as that folic acid to prevent neural tube defects. So it's weird that they say that they're science-backed, and when you scroll down and you look at their references, they even include this CDC reference that says that there's no data to support this. Anywho, whatever, probably not harmful, but just a little side note there. They've got omegas, that's great. And the actual ingredient levels in some of these things are really high, like B12 is 357% of the recommended value, and that's not gonna stay in your body. You're just gonna have pee that's got a lot of B12 in it. Your body's just going to pee it out. It can't hold on to it. And you can see here, based on this spreadsheet of a bunch of vitamins, which I did not myself create or even personally verify because I ain't got that kind of time, but you can. And I'm just saying that because I believe in full disclosure. But I got this from somebody and I thought it was really helpful for making this, but you could easily look at the back. But they are lower in a lot of levels that are FDA recommended too. So that's interesting. Okay, let's look at the second trimester now, which essentially it looks like when you see here, they've got some calcium and some magnesium, which they say is to help with aches and pains, which not everybody has. But again, remember, it's super cheap. You could get it elsewhere. And if you don't need it, you don't need it. Moving on to the third trimester. Oh God, now they've added a probiotic. Now, what really ticks me off about these probiotics, you see this list here. The one that's not listed is Lactobacillus crispatus, which is one of the ones that we have the absolute most data can help with the microbiome, vaginal health. So I don't understand why this one isn't included. They do have some other ones that are relatives of it, a couple others that do have some good data, but I'm just confused because if I was going to recommend one probiotic, the one that I would recommend isn't even in this supplement pack. So I'm not loving this. Guess what? Let's talk about hormonal balance support now. This is my favorite / least favorite. Actually, they're all my least favorite, but here we go. Also, like, what the fuck does that even mean? What is hormonal balance? I think people say this and it means different things to people who are selling you different supplements. Your hormones are constantly changing based on where you are in your cycle. Now, if what you mean is you're not having regular cycles or you've got something like polycystic ovarian syndrome, okay, say that. But hormonal balance is not a medical diagnosis. And for the $61 a month that it is, it better be amazing. So they claim that it's made for those who experience irregular cycles. A daily vitamin to maintain hormonal balance, mood, regular menstrual cycles, promote healthy ovulation, and ovarian function. It's going to fix 5 things. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the ingredients. All right, so they're saying, myo-inositol. They're claiming that it will help regulate your menstrual cycle, ovulation, and balance your mood. I think this make you happy. Okay. Here is the real deal about myo-inositol. If you have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and you have what we call the classic type, then yes, this supplement may help you. So hear what I'm saying. You should have a diagnosis, and you should have the right diagnosis and the right type of PCOS to think that this is going to help you. And the reason I say that is that this shouldn't just be a Band-Aid that's thrown at anybody. We should be a little more elegant than that. And myo-inositol in these people can help ovulation, can decrease testosterone, can help with irregular cycles in this specific subgroup. And so far, there's no data to support any difference in pregnancy rates. That's important. And honestly, when it comes to these symptoms, other treatments are likely better, and this is likely not useful if you don't have that kind of PCOS. So this is probably not harmful, but it is if you're delaying seeing a doctor or a healthcare provider, considering assisted reproductive technologies like IVF or other things like that, fertility care, if you're like wasting months taking this, thinking this is going to fix all your problems, which is really, really bad. Because if you're, as you get older, every cycle that goes by is a decreased chance at fertility, and that sucks. And regarding mood, it's probably not harmful, but there's not a ton of data to support it, and there's lots of other good treatments that are probably better. Are you seeing a theme? I'm going to say that over and over again. Their metabolic balance blend, or DIM, their claim is that it's known for its estrogenic and anti-estrogenic properties. DIM supports healthy estrogen levels, can be really meaningful in people with PCOS, helps estrogen metabolism. Here's the deal. There's a lack of proof that this really works. We don't know a ton about the safety profiles. We don't know the optimal dosage. And in fact, it's not even really recommended if you're on hormonal birth control because it can affect the metabolism of that. Fun! Wish you would say that. Okay, and lastly, the one ingredient I'm going to talk about in this is D-chiro-inositol, which they claim balances hormones, blood sugar levels, blood pressure, which are keys to managing PCOS. The studies that show this are small. So harmful? Potentially not, but it's not like a slam dunk, like we know this fixes everything. So their frequently asked questions that you can see here says that, anyone with irregular cycles is recommended to take this, not just in PCOS. Show me the data that this helps. Okay, I need like a supplement that's like the Rage Support Pack. Maybe I should take that because it helps mood, right? Right? Okay, moving on to the Cycle Support Pack. This one's fun. This one's something. Oh, it's new. Yay. Yay. It's just getting worse. Getting worse. Okay. So this is basically, as you can see here, it's adorable how they packaged it, right? It feels very medical, very legit, like taking a birth control pill. Different day or different part of your cycle, there's different supplements for you to take. Adorable. It's not. And it's $40 a month. Okay, so let's look at their claims. Eases common menstrual cycle symptoms such as PMS, fatigue, and bloating. They're vitamins that sync with your cycle. If you want to watch more about cycle syncing, which is this idea that you have to like micromanage your cycle to optimize your life, you can watch that video here, including iron, bloat relief, and PMS support. Okay, so let's run down some of the ingredients. They have chasteberry, which actually it may help with some PMS symptoms like breast tenderness. So I'm not mad about that. What I'm mad about is the price. There's calcium. Calcium can actually help for PMS. The dosage they have here is way lower than the 1,200 milligrams of calcium that is the recommended dose for PMS, so I'm super confused about that. Let's look at the Q&A section of this Medicaid. Let's look at the Q&A section for this supplement because this actually really irritates me. So basically they're answering the question, valid question. My cycle isn't 28 days long. How should I take this product? Because that's how many things are in it. Look at that paragraph. Take it all. And then if not, do this. And if your cycles are considered irregular, well, we could sell you something else for that. And then maybe you could come back and take this. I just can't stand it. And here's why. It just makes things complicated. And it shouldn't be that complicated. Let's look at the Perelel's recovery support. This one actually enrages me the absolute most. Although I keep saying that about all of them. Okay, here's what they say. Support your body through the healing process after any reproductive loss. Oof. You see where this is going? Including pregnancy loss, stillbirth, or any form of fetal loss. Made with herbal ingredients that target adrenal and energy support for when you're feeling most depleted. What I'm feeling most depleted right now is my belief in humanity that we would create a product that is $58 a month and has the ability to gift it to your friend, because that's what your friend wants, is a random supplement showing up that she didn't ask for. Maybe not, anywho. And you're targeting people who have encountered a loss and you're gonna ask them to buy this product. Now, if this is something that somebody has had a loss or a stillbirth or, an abortion and they get this and they want this and this makes them feel like it's part of their journey, I love that for you. And I want you to buy this. I do. Because some people, that feels like they're doing something, feels helpful. But for the others who might not feel that way, or who, a helpful friend or family member said, hey, you should take this. And then they have to think, well, okay, I'll take it and it'll help me, instead of reaching out to their provider, maybe to deal with their PTSD or depression. Or I'll take this and I guess I have to take it for a few months and then I should stop it and switch over to that other pack so I can try to conceive. So let me put off my trying to conceive because I have to replete my adrenal glands so that next time this doesn't happen again. Or, gosh, that's why I lost this baby, because something was wrong and I wasn't repleted and I need to recover. None of this is on the bottle. They are not claiming any of this, but this is what is between the lines, and this infuriates me. And Perelel, you should be ashamed of yourselves for selling this. I hate it. You're taking advantage of people who will probably be more likely to convert to sales. There's no data to support the level of what you're saying is in this ingredients that will lead to these things. I hate this product for you. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We have 2 more supplements to go, and then I am done, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think if you haven't gotten it already. Let's move on to the Egg Freeze Support Pack. The what? Yeah, so they say their claim is support your body throughout your egg freezing journey for $58 a month. It's basically a multivitamin, fine. Some omegas, fine. Some iron, fine. And CoQ10, fine. Now, I love to stay within my lane and say I'm not a fertility specialist. And the doctor here who is quoted, who's on their advisory board, I believe, says, Egg Freeze Support uses the exact vitamins and doses we recommend in our practice. Fine. Now my patients don't have to go out and pick up the 7 different supplements to be optimizing their egg health or egg freezing. Yeah, but what they are doing is they're spending a shit ton of money. And they're probably already spending that on the thousands and tens of thousands of dollars that the process of fertility treatments can cost. So this feels weird, because I would think that, again, if this feels like what you want to do for your egg freezing journey, by all means buy this product. But if the real game changer here is that CoQ10, look what you can get on Amazon for a fraction of the price. I'm just saying it's another feeling of this is the golden ticket. And you don't explicitly say that, but it's what's between the lines. And it's a lot of money. Okay, last one. Libido support. We had to go out with a bang. Get it? Bang. All right, the cost, $34.50 a month. Wow, one of the cheaper ones. Yay. Still not really a yay. Alrighty, so here's what they say. Support your libido and sexual health. Each capsule includes shatavari for libido and adrenal support. We love bringing the adrenals in. The adrenals are very in right now because they're fatiguing everywhere. There's no data to support that. L-arginine for blood flow and sexual function, maca for energy and mood support, and ashwagandha to support cortisol management. Okay, so here's the sitch. There is absolutely data to show that ashwagandha can help with things like mood and anxiety. However, we don't know the optimal doses. We know that long-term use may cause things like liver toxicity, and we need more data. So I'm not sure what this dosage is and how long people are going to be taking it for. I'm not quite sure, and it's important if you are taking these meds and these supplements to let your healthcare provider know in case something else pops up or it might interact, just as a heads up. And maca, I don't even know how to say it. That's my own fault. There's no disclaimer on this bottle about taking this and hormone-sensitive cancers, at least not that I could see. And the information I get about supplements is from this website that you can see right here. It'll be in the show notes. And I enjoy it because it is based in evidence and they're not trying to sell you something. With L-arginine that's in here, there's no good data to support their claim. And so, yeah, my overall concern is that somebody's going to take this libido thing because libido is complicated and we are in a fix-it-quick society, and we're in a society where it's really hard to get in touch with your healthcare provider. And a lot of us, I'm owning this, a lot of us aren't good at having these conversations, getting to the root of the problem, and we have like 10 minutes to talk to you. So what's quicker? A bottle. Here, take this. And I'll get a 15% commission if you buy it in my office. Yay. And that sucks because the female libido is not like if this, then this, right? It's a more circuitous fashion. And so I'm hoping that if somebody takes this and they think it works great for them, super cool. But I think people deserve more when it comes to managing libido issues than spending $38 a month on a supplement that may not do anything for them. Okay, my 6 takeaways for Perelel. Number 1, founded by an OBGYN means nothing to me and it shouldn't mean anything to you, especially when it comes to supplements. Number 2, the premise that this company's goal was to make a product that made life less complicated by putting all these supplements together so you didn't have to go out and like find a good combination for pregnancy or postpartum. I'm going to say it actually went in the other direction and made things way more complicated. And let's just look at the pregnancy prenatal bundle where you've now supposed to take something separate for every trimester. And then in your cycle, you're supposed to take something separate every day. Like, it's way more complicated. Number 3, equity. These are some really expensive, bougie, rich people vitamins. And you have money and you want to spend it? Be my guest. It's a free country. Well, it's not actually. Anyway, the point is that this can have that trickle-down effect of people getting served these ads, and then they think that their $4 Walmart version of a vitamin or from Rite Aid or Walgreens isn't as good. And it's another form of making people feel like, I need to now spend more to do more for my baby, because if I don't, I just get that $4 vitamin, my baby's gonna have a birth defect. And I just don't love that. I don't, especially when American healthcare right now is so screwed up. And I would love to see a no frills brand that's like got the same marketing and empowerment vibes and can actually be purchased by everybody. Number 4, these products that Perelel makes can cause mental harm and anguish. And the people who are on these boards and who are signing off on these things should know that and should do better. When we put things out there that don't have great data but seem like a quick fix or seem like another thing to do, especially those of us who are women and assigned female at birth, we get this stuff piled on us all the time. We don't need another one, and we certainly don't need it from people who wear a white coat. Number 5, likely none of the things in these products are harmful, other than the, specific things I mentioned. But what is harmful is the delay potentially in diagnosis, establishing a relationship, treatment, especially when it comes to fertility issues or other things. That can be really dangerous. And it just bothers me, this idea of like a quick fix. And number 6, my last one, never take advice from somebody who sells supplements or who offers vaginal rejuvenation or other things in their office that are absolutely not evidence-based and may cause more harm than help. I will say my official disclaimer at the end of this video is that this is all my opinion, and you could disagree with me all day long, and that's fine. I'm using my free speech, my education, and my ability to look things up and look at scientific data to educate. And so my final take home is don't buy these products. Spend your money doing like way other fun things, or buy these products if you want to, but don't feel guilty if you don't. Don't feel tricked into buying something or that because something is OBGYN-founded, it must be better. That was a lot. I would love to hear your comments, your thoughts, your questions in the comment section. As always, I will have references of everything in my show notes. And, You can always curate your content wisely and don't give your money to people who may be taking advantage of others or making money off of others' uncertainty. We can do a lot with where we spend our dollars. I hope that helped. And if you've got other products you want me to review, let me know. Until next time, stay safe and see you soon.